of international students choose Lambton College. As a public institution, we've been supporting students since 1966. Let's take a look at what makes Lambton College the best choice for post-secondary study in Canada. We're a global leader in education, innovation, and applied research. Employers know Lambton College, and they know that our high admission standards attract top applicants. Just this year alone, we've placed students at over 1,000 companies. Lambton College programs are delivered in 3 Canadian cities: Toronto, Canada's largest city, and one of the safest and most diverse cities in the world; Mississauga, a major business hub well connected to both Brampton and Toronto; and Sarnia, our main campus, safe, friendly, and affordable. Let's talk about price. Lambton College offers among the most affordable tuition rates in Canada. Eligible students can work part-time during their studies, full-time during academic breaks, and apply for a post-graduation work permit of up to 3 years. Lambton College is a leader in delivering 2-year postgraduate programs that include internship work experience, a hands-on curriculum, state-of-practice facilities, and co-op work integration. Lambton College graduates are job-ready. Whether you're exploring a career in business, computer studies, health science, or engineering, we have a program that's right for you. Lambton College is ready to help you achieve your academic and professional career goals here in Canada. Good luck, and we'll see you soon.
निश्चल सुवेदी जसको चाहिँ अहिले रिसेन्टली क्यानाडाको भिजा लागेको छ। उहाँले KIEC मार्फत क्यानाडाको इन्स्टिट्युसनमा अप्लाई गर्नुभएको थियो र भिजा लागेर खुसी हुनुहुन्छ। कस्तो भइरहेछ तपाईलाई निश्चल चाहिँ?
अहिले त म धेरै एकदम खुसी छु। धेरै लामो प्रोसेस थियो तर पनि भयो, सक्सेसफुल भयो। त्यही कारण नि अब ह्याप्पिनेस देखिरहनु भयो होला फेसमा
देखिन्छ। अनि तपाईको बाइ द वे तपाईको एकाडेमिक प्रोफाइल भनिदिनुस् न कस्तो थियो?
मेरो +2 को ओभर एग्रिगेट रिजल्ट CGPA भनेको 2.93 आथ्यो अनि मेरो IELTS को स्कोर चाहिँ ओभरअल 7 थियो।
लोएस्ट चाहिँ कति थियो?
लोएस्ट 6 थियो। इच ब्यान्ड नो लेस देन 6 थियो।
तपाई कुन इन्स्टिट्युसनमा तपाईले अप्लाई गर्नु भएको थियो?
इन्स्टिट्युसनमा
क्यानाडाको कुन इन्स्टिट्युसन?
क्यानाडाको सेन्टेनियल कलेज नाम गरेको इन्स्टिट्युसनमा अप्लाई गरेको थिएँ मैले।
हजुर,
त्यहाँ चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ टोरोन्टोमा पर्छ। अनि
ओभरअल KIEC बाट जुन तपाईं अहिले क्यानाडा प्रोसेसबाट सक्सेस हुनुभएको छ, KIEC को सर्भिसको बारेमा अलिकति भन्नु न, कस्तो अनुभव भएको छ?
सर्भिस चाहिँ मलाई यहाँको राम्रै लाग्यो। अब त्यो टाइमसम्म सँगै साथ दिनुभयो। यो त धेरै लामो प्रोसेस थियो क्यानाडाको, तर पनि होप दिनु भयो नि त मलाई। अब इन्करेज गर्नुभयो काउन्सिलरहरूले। सत्ता थापामा हाम्रो काउन्सिलर
बाइ द वे को काउन्सिलर को हुनुहुन्थ्यो?
सत्या थापा।
सत्य राम्रो धेरै राम्रो एक्सपिरियन्स काउन्सिलर।
आई एग्री विथ दैट।
सो अब जुन नयाँ आउने विद्यार्थीहरू हुनुहुन्छ जुन KIEC बाट प्रोसेस गर्न चाहिरहनु भएको छ अथवा क्यानाडा जान खोजिरहनु भएको विद्यार्थीलाई चाहिँ के कस्तो चाहिँ सजेसनहरू दिन चाहनुहुन्छ तपाईँ?
सजेसन चाहिँ KIEC को फेसिलिटीहरू, प्रोसेसिङ, अब तपाईको काउन्सिलरहरू पनि धेरै राम्रो हुनुहुन्छ। यहाँ आउनु योमा आई रिकमेन्ड दिस हैन। यहाँको काउन्सिलरहरूको इन्टरेक्सनहरू, ओभरअलहरू सबै मलाई राम्रो लाग्यो। अब वान अफ द बेस्ट नै भनौँ न।
थ्याङ्क यू सो मच। अनि अब कहिले जाने, कहिले प्लान हुन्छ?
जाने चाहिँ अब सकेसम्म छिटो गरौँ, कोभिड टाइम छ नि त।
हजुर,
सकेसम्म छिटो गरौँ भनेर अब फ्राइडेतिर टिकट बुक गर्ने प्लान गरिरहेको थिएँ। घरमा नि अब कुराकानी चलिरहेको छ त्यसको लागि। अनि त्यही भएर नि आज तपाईँहरूलाई भेट्न आएको।
ओके ल, तपाईँको उज्जवल भविष्यको हामी कामना गर्दछौँ। हामी टाइम एन्ड अगेन हामी कनेक्ट रहन्छौँ। क्यानाडा पुगिसकेपछि तपाईँलाई कुनै किसिमका समस्या, एकोमोडेसनसँग सम्बन्धी कुनै समस्या रहे, पछि ग्रेजुएसन हुँदाखेरि तपाईँलाई प्यारेन्ट्स क्यानाडा पठाउनु पर्यो भने अथवा अन्य कुनै पनि कुराहरूमा चाहिँ तपाईँले KIEC लाई सम्झिनु होला।
अफकोर्स।
वन्स अगेन कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन।
थ्याङ्क यू सर।
ओ सुन त,
भन्न।
रिजल्ट पनि आयो, पास पनि गरियो हेर राम्रै मार्क्स ल्याएर। अब के पढ्ने हो भने सँगै जानुपर्छ।
म त एब्रोड जाने सोचिरहेको छु पढ्नलाई।
होइन तैँले चाहिँ किन जानु पर्यो एब्रोड सेब्रोड भनेको? खत्रै मार्क्स ल्याएछस्, भनेको जस्तो कलेजमा नि एडमिसन पाउँछस्। अनि अहिले त नेपालमा पनि विदेशको जस्तो पढाइको मान्यता छँदैछ नि, किन जानु बाहिर?
हुन त हो, तर मलाई इन्टरनेसनल लेभलमै केही सिकेर केही गर्नु छ। एब्रोड जाने, एक्सपिरियन्स लिने, अझै कम्पिटिटिभ बन्ने नि।
हे हो, ल जा जा, तँलाई राम्रोसँग तयार पारेर टिका टालो गरेर पठाउनलाई मान्छे कुरेर बसिरह होला हैन?
छ त KIEC।
के KIEC?
हो, तैँले भने जस्तै KIEC ले एब्रोड स्टडीको लागि जानेहरूका लागि काउन्सिलिङ गर्छ, कोचिङ क्लासहरू पनि दिन्छ। उताको इन्भाइरोमेन्टसँग इन्ट्रोड्युस गराएर एब्रोड जानलाई एकदम पर्फेक्ट र रेडी बनाउँछ।
हे भाइ, तँलाई मूर्ख बनाए क्या हो? यस्तो त जसले पनि भन्छ त।
मूर्ख बनाएको होइन, लक्ष्य राखेर त्यसलाई समात्न हौसला दिएको। 13 वर्षको एक्सपिरियन्स छ यार KIEC सँग। अनि देश विदेश गरेर 13वटा अफिसहरू छन् आफ्नै। अस्ट्रेलिया, UK, US, न्युजिल्यान्ड जता जान परे पनि एक्सपिरियन्स र सर्टिफाइड काउन्सिलरले काउन्सिलिङ गर्नुहुन्छ। PT मा 90 मा 90 ल्याउने ट्युटर हुनुहुन्छ। IELTS मा 8.5 ल्याउने, ब्रिटिस काउन्सिलबाट अवार्ड पाउने ट्युटर पनि हुनुहुन्छ। SAT, TOEFL सबै पढाइ हुन्छ। भ्याली बाहिरबाट आएकालाई होस्टेलको पनि व्यवस्था हुन्छ। अनि यति हुँदाहुँदै के को चिन्ता लिनु पर्यो?
अनि पैसा पनि गजबकै लिने होला नि त।
त्यसको पनि चिन्तै नलिक, त्यो पनि एकदमै चित्त बुझ्दो छ। तल अहिले पैसा तिर्न मन छैन भने जोइन नाउ पे लेटर। अहिले मजाले पढ, पैसा पछि तिर, छैन त गजबको।
अब ठिकै छ नि त, विदेश जाने, बिस्तारै उतै व्यवस्था मिलाउने, उतै बस्ने, उतै रमाउने। अब देशको त यहाँ कसलाई के मतलब छ र?
हेर भाइ, यो समस्या त इन्डिभिजुअलको सोचको हो।
हेलो सम्पूर्ण विद्यार्थी, अभिभावक तथा हामीलाई देश विदेशबाट यो लाइभमा जोड्नु हुने सम्पूर्णलाई हाम्रो यो लाइभ स्टडी इन क्यानाडा इन एसोसिएसन विथ ल्याम्पटन कलेज म स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। आज हामी क्यानाडाको बारेमा राम्रोसँग छलफल गर्नेछौँ। क्यानाडाको बारेमा, क्यानाडाका रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभबाट, ल्याम्पटन कलेजको रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभबाट ल्याम्पटन कलेजको बारेमा, साथसाथै क्यानाडाको बारेमा, त्यसको इन्ट्री रिक्वायरमेन्ट, कोर्सेस, लोकेसन, स्कलरसिप, तपाईँको चाहिँ अनलाइन क्लासेस गर्नुपर्ने नगर्नुपर्ने, अथवा तपाईँको चाहिँ क्रेडिट ट्रान्सफर फेसिलिटिजहरू, स्कलरसिप्सहरू, साथसाथै नर्सिङमा पढ्न जाने विद्यार्थीहरूलाई पनि यो सेसन अत्यन्त बेनिफिट रहनेछ। त्यो कारणले कुनै पनि विद्यार्थीहरू क्यानाडाको बारेमा जान्न चाहनुहुन्छ, क्यानाडाको बारेमा सुन्न चाहनुहुन्छ, फ्रेस फर्स्ट ह्यान्ड एक्सपिरियन्स लिन चाहनुहुन्छ, ह्यान्ड्स एन एक्सपिरियन्स क्यानेडियनबाट तपाईँ इन्फर्मेसन लिन चाहनुहुन्छ भने आजको सेसन तपाईँको लागि अत्यन्त उपयोगी रहनेछ। हो, अहिले क्यानाडाको क्रेज एकदमै धेरै बढेको अवस्था छ। म्याक्सिमम स्टुडेन्टहरूले चाहिरहेको अवस्था, म क्यानाडा जान्छु, क्यानाडा पढ्न जान्छु। तर विद्यार्थीहरूमा के छ त भन्दाखेरि मेरो कस्तो प्रोफाइल हुन आवश्यक रहन्छ, एकाडेमिक कस्तो हुनुपर्छ, इङ्ग्लिस कस्तो हुनुपर्छ, फाइनेन्सियल कस्तो हुनुपर्छ भन्ने कुराको जानकारी त्यति नभएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि कतिपय विद्यार्थीहरू चाहेर पनि राइट तरिकाले प्रोसेस गर्न नसक्ने, भिजा रिफ्युजल हुने, त्यस्ता कारणहरू आइरहेका छन्। त्यो कारण आजको सेसनमा हामी यसको बारेमा पनि तपाईँसँग छलफल गर्नेछौँ। एकाडेमिक कस्तो चाहिन्छ त, एकाडेमिक कस्तो चाहिन्छ, इङ्ग्लिस कस्तो चाहिन्छ, फाइनेन्सियल कस्तो चाहिन्छ, के इन्टेकहरू हुन्छन्, कुन इन्टेकको लागि अप्लाई गर्दा उपयुक्त हुन्छ, यी सबै, एजुकेसन ग्याप कतिसम्मको एक्सेप्टेबल हुन्छ, भिजाको चान्सेस अहिले कस्तो छ, 2 महिना अगाडि कस्तो थियो, अहिलेको अवस्था कस्तो छ, फ्युचरलाई हामी कसरी प्रिडिक्ट गर्न सक्छौँ, यी यावत विषयको बारेमा हामी तपाईँहरूसँग छलफल गर्नेछौँ। हाम्रो प्रोभाइडर आए पछाडि हामी ल्याम्पटन कलेज र क्यानाडाको बारेमा कुरा गर्दैछौँ। अहिले म तपाईँहरूलाई चाहिँ इन्ट्री रिक्वायरमेन्टको बारेमा कुरा गर्न चाहन्छु। यदि तपाईँ क्यानाडा जान चाहनुहुन्छ भने तपाईँको एकाडेमिक प्रोफाइल प्रोग्रेसिभ हुन आवश्यक रहन्छ। प्रोग्रेसिभ भनेको के हो त भन्दाखेरि एसएलसीमा तपाईँको मानौँ 65% छ भने +2 मा तपाईँको 67% छ भने त्यसलाई प्रोग्रेसिभ प्रोफाइल भनिन्छ। अथवा तपाईँको एकाडेमिक प्रोफाइल फर्स्ट डिभिजन हुनै पर्छ। र इङ्ग्लिसको बारेमा र फाइनेन्सियलको बारेमा एकछिनमा हामी छलफल गर्ने नै छौँ। र अब हामी हाम्रा क्यानाडाका रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभ र ल्याम्पटन कलेजबाट जो हुनुहुन्छ उहाँलाई हाम्रो यो लाइभ सेसनमा वेलकम गर्न चाहन्छौँ।
Hello, greetings.
Hey Rob, yeah, welcome to this KIEC live session study in Canada in association with Lambton College. So today we have guests from Lambton College, and without doing any delay, I would like to hear more information from Lambton College representative, and we will know from him about the location, college, why this college, courses, scholarship, and other so many things like a nursing course, specific course, graduate certificate course, diploma course, bachelor course, and so on. And I would like to get more and more questions from you in so that I can ask Rob to get the answer. So welcome, Rob.
Thank you, and thank you all for having me today. This is a
I'm
real
good,
pleasure.
sir. I'm good. What about you? It's
really
good morning over there, right?
It is good morning. Yeah, it's 6:30
Good morning.
a.m. here. So thank
Yeah,
you.
it is 5:11 over here. PM.
Oh, excellent. Well, it's a great
So
honor.
we would like to know more from you about the Lambton College. Lambton College is quite popular over here in Nepal. Many students would like to go over there because those students who are already over there have given a very good, fantastic feedback. Because of that, we are getting the students even without doing the promotion. So now we want to deliver the message of why Lambton College is the best choice for Nepalese students. So over to you, Rob.
Great, thank you. And yes, you are right. We are growing in exponential numbers when it comes to students from Nepal. I just had a couple of girls stop me in the hallway last week telling me if they're from Nepal and the journey they've had to come to Canada and how excited they are to be here. So this is fantastic. So I'm just going to share my screen here so you can see a presentation that I've come up with.
Perfect. Yes.
Can you see that okay?
Yeah. It's perfectly fine.
Okay, perfect.
We can
Okay.
see it.
Excellent. Thank you. So once again, thank you for having me. And for those that aren't familiar with Lambton College, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here giving a little bit of a run view through what Lambton College is all about. So we are in Canada, of course, and we have 3 campuses. We have our Sarnia campus, which is our main campus. We have our Toronto campus, and we have our Mississauga campus. So we have a lot of areas for you to look at coming and studying at. Between all 3 campuses, we have 112 programs that's available for students to choose from. And I'll get into those programs in a little bit. So I'm going to start by talking about our different campuses. Our first campus I'm going to speak about is our Sarnia campus. And when you look at this picture right here, to give you an idea about where Sarnia is, if you look on the left-hand side of this river, that is Sarnia. And if you look on the right-hand side of the river, that's the United States of America. So we're located right onto the United States. So if you wanted to go over and visit the United States of America, all you'd have to do is cross that bridge there. It's called the Blue Water Bridges. There's 2 of them, actually. It's hard to see the other one because of the way it's situated. But it is Sarnia, where we are, is Ontario's largest petrochemical and refining complex of all of Canada. And that has given us and yourself a great opportunity to, if you're looking at our science and engineering programs, get excellent co-ops and internships within those programs, and then land very, very great jobs. Sarnia is a very safe and affordable city. There is, when you're looking for housing, it's a great high standard, so you'll find some great housing here. And Sarnia has a lot of full-time jobs and part-time jobs available for students while they're in school. So everywhere I go here in Sarnia, I see signs, help wanted, help wanted. So it's a great opportunity for you to come to Canada right now. And it's a great opportunity for you to study right here in Sarnia. It is about a 2.5-hour drive from our Toronto and Mississauga campus, so it's not far at all. You can take a train. There's a busing system as well, so if you want to go visit for the weekends or so forth, it's not far as well. It's a beautiful city, as you can see here in the summertime. Beaches, parks, actually that walkway that goes right along the water there. I ride my bike every day down there. It's just gorgeous. So looking at coming to Sarnia is a very excellent move and opportunity for you. And then we have our Toronto campus. So Toronto, if you may or may not realize, but it is our largest city in Canada, and it's rated one of the top most livable cities in the world. It is one of the most diverse cities in the world. So for those students who like the big city life, lots of people, lots of stuff to do, every night there's something exciting going on, a baseball game, a hockey game, football, basketball, soccer, you name it. There's always something right downtown Toronto. Our campus is about a 15 to 20 minute drive from the downtown area. So it's very close, excellent transit system for you to go back and forth and get to the downtown area if that's what you choose. And then our third campus is in Mississauga. And Mississauga is right across or right beside Toronto. So if you're standing in Mississauga, it's even difficult to know if you're in Toronto or Mississauga or wherever, but it is about a 30-minute drive from Mississauga to downtown Toronto. Lots to do there as well. Lots of restaurants, retail shops. It has tons of opportunities for you to do your co-ops, get part-time jobs. There's about 8 million people living in what we call the GTA area. And what we see here on this map right here is about 12 different cities, as I mentioned there: Toronto, Mississauga, Kings, Vaughan, Markham, Pickering, Whitby, Oshawa, Milton, and all of these cities combined come up what we call the Greater Toronto Area. And you'll see there exactly where our Mississauga campus is, and you'll see there where our Toronto campus is. And the little airplane in the middle, that is Pearson International Airport. That would be the airport that you would be entering into Canada. And our Mississauga campus is about a 10-minute drive from the airport, and our Toronto campus is about a 30-minute drive. So very, very close and convenient. And as I mentioned, our Sarnia campus is about 2.5 hours down the road. So very, very close, all three, and excellent opportunity for you to study there. Now, at our Sarnia campus, we have just completed renovating or building and renovating 3 very large buildings, and I'm going to show them off here. We spent about $72 million in all 3 of these buildings, and they're just beautiful. Our first building here is our athletic and fitness complex, which hosts a very beautiful large gym for you to play any activities that you may need. We have 8 varsity teams: men's and women's basketball, soccer, and baseball. There's 50 intramural teams. So for those that may not be as competitive, excellent opportunities. You have a free fitness membership to the gym, brand new weight room. There's spin classes, different classes for you to take part in for fitness. And we were rated the #1 fitness complex of all Ontario. So very, very beautiful space for you to come and enjoy leisure time with your friends. Our next building here is the Nova Chemical Health and Research Center. And this building, as I say to a lot of people, it's almost like walking into a brand new hospital. It's a great training facility for our students who are looking in our nursing program, our massage therapy program, our pharmacy technician program, and our paramedics program. So all that is built in this beautiful Nova Chemical Health and Research Center. And then our last building, our last new building, not our last building, but our new building that they just completed, is our Center of Excellence in Energy and Bioindustrial Technologies. And this building here is what I consider the cornerstone of Lambton College. Lambton College is the second oldest college in all of the Ontario college system. And it was built, as I mentioned earlier in the presentation, it was built because of the excellent petrochemical companies that we have right in our backyard. So for those of you who are interested in the engineering and science programs, this is the school for you. There's a lot of applied research and engineering, chemical production facility here for you to study. A whole list of programs, which I'll show you where they are in a little bit here. So for those of you who want to come to school and not have to worry about much at all, our Sarnia campus has a residence right on site. Currently, we have 280 students living in our residence. We are a 5-minute walk to your classes. So if you're following Canada right now, there's a lot of snow. It can be quite chilly this time of year. So living right on campus is excellent. You can get to class really quick. And the advantage also is that we have a meal plan. So you don't have to worry about doing any cooking at all. So as I mentioned, we have 280 students. Currently, we only have one bed per room because of COVID. But this September, we're hoping to go back to doubling up our bedrooms for you can meet an excellent student from another country. So once again, just to highlight our athletics, we do have there are actually 8 varsity teams now. We just had an announcement a couple of weeks ago. I haven't updated this slide that we have the new women's baseball. So we're very excited about that. We do have outdoor soccer in our summertime and then indoor soccer this time of year when there's snow on the ground. And of course, our men's and women's basketball team who compete across the province throughout the year. Very, very impressed with them. And like I mentioned, we do have our 6,000 square foot fitness center for our students to use, our virtual classes, and those intramural teams. So Lambton College was one of the first colleges in the whole college system here in Canada to have an academic program in esports. We have a fully equipped arena, which you can see here in the picture, for students to take part in. We have competitions internationally, and we also host annually esports events right in our school where people can come in and watch as they stream, and it's a really cool program. So if you're interested in esports, this is the school for you. Now, I'm very proud to say that for the 3rd year in a row, we have been named the #1 school in all of Ontario and all of 3rd in Canada for research. So that comes back to taking part in the engineering and science projects, programs for Lambton College. We do currently have over 9,000 international students at Lambton College between all 3 sites, and we have a 96% graduate success rate from our graduates. So we're very proud of that. About 3 years ago, we were named the #1 school in the world for Enactus, which we are very proud of. This picture was actually taken in San Francisco, California, in the United States, where they announced the winner. And this was a competition between all colleges and universities across the world. So to be named the #1 school in Enactus is absolutely astonishing. Amazing opportunity here for students. So I'm just going to run through. I'm not going to be able to talk about all 112 programs that we have, but our programs in each of the schools that we have that are very popular, I can highlight here. So you'll see on the screen here. Artificial intelligence. So we're talking about our computer studies, IT programs here at Lambton. Our computer studies are very, very important for our students. So we have our cybersecurity. Our cloud computing for big data is one that is really starting to improve. Computer software and database development is also very, very important and growing. and our mobile application design and development. We have a school we call our Health, Community, and Creative Design. Our Canadian Culinary Operations program is really taking off. We have what we call a Red Sealed Chef who runs this program. So if you're into cooking and becoming a chef, this is certainly the school for you. Advanced Photography, Occupational Health and Safety Management is another program that is really taking off. Almost every large company in Canada now by law has to have an occupational health and safety management person on site at all time. So this program is really growing. Pharmacy technician, great paying job, of course, when you graduate here working in a pharmacy. And early childhood education is a great need in our country right now for individuals looking after children. So great opportunity here. As I mentioned earlier, with our engineering and science programs, our technology and trades programs, as you can see here, are ones that you're going to graduate and get very good, well-paying jobs. As you can see here, we have an excellent facility for you to train in. With your co-ops that I talked about, you will be able to go out and work and getting a very good paid co-op while you're here in school. One of the things that's important to realize is that when you are doing your co-op with your programs here, we do not charge the student for that term while they're on while they're on their co-op. So that's a large savings for our students. Our business school obviously is one of our largest schools that we have here at Lambton College. So if you're looking at taking a business program, this is certainly the school for you. All of these are 2-year programs, and you'll be set up very successful to be part of the Canadian culture once you leave. So I'm very proud to say that this September coming up, we have 20 programs at Lambton. We had 18. We just upped a couple more that we're giving a $3,000 scholarship to you if you get, we call them entrance scholarships. So as long as you get into the program and you're eligible to come to Lambton College, you will get the $3,000 scholarship for 20 of our programs at our Sarnia campus. If you choose to go to our Mississauga or Toronto campus, we are giving $1,000 scholarship for any programs at either of those 2 campuses. So very, very important to realize if you go to Mississauga or Toronto, you'll get $1,000. And if you come here to Sarnia, if you pick one of the 20 programs that we're offering, you'll get the $3,000 scholarship. And that is deducted right off your first year tuition. So excellent savings for you. Okay, and then I'm going to just show here, if you can see this here, I just want to spend some time here and for you students who are here and want to look at some of our programs and get an understanding of where to look. This is very important information for you. So when you go to lambtoncollege.ca international, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see all 3 campuses, Sarnia, Mississauga, and Toronto, and you're going to see programs. So we have our programs here. Now, when you scroll down, you're going to see all 112 of our programs listed here on the left-hand side. As you can see here, you're going to see our campus that it's located in, and you're going to see which term it is there. So we're currently in our winter term right now, so these are obviously all closed. Our spring 2022 are completely closed, and our fall, now you'll see here our fall programs. Now some of them say closed, some of them say open, because your agent that we're dealing with right now, KIEC, if it shows closed, I just want to let you know that we have saved spots for you to be enrolled in these programs for this fall. So even though it says close, I will be able to open those programs because you are dealing with a good agent here, and we will have seats available for you. So don't be turned off by if this says that it's closed. for this fall coming up here, we will have them all open for you there. So I really wanted to stress that. So go through these programs, take a look, see if there's anything that may be interest to you. When you go ahead and you click on that program, you're going to get a description of what the program is about. You're going to see the admission requirements. So for this program here, you need a university degree in information technology field, and you need to make sure that you have an IELTS of at least 6.5. So very important that when you're looking at our admission requirements, that you make sure that these are filled and that you have everything in line there. You'll be able to see the course list. So it breaks down very nicely every term, what you will be learning in every term, so that you have an idea of what the courses entails. Also, you'll see the cost, the co-op information as well. So read through these programs to get a good understanding. If you have any more questions, you can see your counselors at the agency here. They will be able to expand anything and help you with any questions that you have there for that. If you go to any of these campuses that you may be interested in, so as an example, if you went to Sarnia here, you could see here exactly what programs are just in Sarnia. So if you didn't want to go through that main list, you can see what's just in Sarnia. You don't have to worry about how do they apply. That will be all done through the agency. And now it's very important for you to realize that you want to apply through the agency here, because you will not be charged the $150 application fee that we normally charge for those who apply. So very, very important to realize you want to go through KIEC so that you can make sure that you get the right application in without being charged. Some information here on before you arrive. So right now, students coming to Canada have to be fully vaccinated. So you'll learn all about what needs to be done there. If you need any help in housing to get yourself in once you arrive, we have a whole page on housing. Once you are accepted into Lambton College, you'll receive an email from us about online registration. When that opens, some courses that you need to take. If you'd like to learn about health coverage, health coverage is located right here. In your tuition, your health coverage is included. So very, very important to realize that. Important dates is for you to look at when you're starting school, your semester dates, those things are all in here. If you decide to refund or withdraw from Lambton College, the information is here. Now we talked about the scholarships. So if you click on scholarships, you can scroll down here and you'll see, I talked about the 20 programs. You'll see all the programs listed here that the $3,000 scholarship is included. So very, very good there. Here's some photos and videos of Lambton College. So if you want to look at that, I will suggest going to our YouTube channel. We had just last week, we hit over 5 million views.
Wow.
YouTube channel. So that's been really excellent source for students to look at our YouTube channel. And then, of course, if you want to learn about the other two campuses, they're right there as well. So very great information there for you. As I mentioned earlier, which is great about coming to Canada, and I mentioned about part-time jobs, is that you can work 20 hours a week while you're in class. And when you're on academic break, you can work full-time. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to work while you're here in the province of Ontario. We just upped our minimum wage. So what that means is that no matter what job you choose in the province of Ontario, they need to pay you a minimum of $15 an hour. If you are on academic break, okay, which you have a lot of academic breaks while you're in school. If you start here in September, you're going to have what we call each semester has a week-long break. It's a study break for you to study. A lot of students take an opportunity to work as well. full time because you're allowed to work full-time hours. So you can work full-time in the fall. We have our spring break in the spring, which is coming up here soon. Also at our holiday season, so like at our Christmas holiday that we celebrate here in Canada, there's it's a 3-week window where you can work full time. And between your years, so first year and second year, there's a 4-month gap, May, June, July, and August, where you can work full time as well. So I've had some students who've come to me, my own students who've come to me and said, "Hey, Rob, you never believe it. I've been here for 2 years now. And because of my part-time job and because of the amount of time I can work, I've paid for my whole schooling while I've been here at Lambton College because there's so many opportunities." And remember, that's just when I say $15 an hour is the starting wage, there's a lot of jobs out there that are making even more than the $15 an hour. So just you can do the calculations very easily yourself at $15 or 20 hours a week, how much you're going to make. And, 35 hours a week at maybe, if you're working in the banking system or if you're working at a nursing home or something like that, if that's a field of yours, or if you're working in the engineering and science, you'll be able to, those are usually more high paying jobs than what you'll find the minimum wage. And the other thing is, I mentioned about our co-op and internship that will be part of your program that last semester as well. A lot of those are paid, the co-ops as well. So if you're out and working for one of these large petrochemical companies because you're in chemical production or chemical lab technician or quality engineer management, you're probably going to be working, at a $30 to $40 to $45 an hour wage while you're here in school doing your co-op. So it's amazing money that you can make while you're here. And like I say, there's ample opportunity. And same with our housing situation. In our Sarnia campus, housing is much more affordable than in the larger cities, of course, like Toronto and Mississauga. And the other thing I wanted to point out too, when we're talking about our co-ops, is that you can do that anywhere you want in Canada that last semester. So if you wanted to fly to Vancouver and do a co-op, or Calgary, or maybe if you wanted to go to Toronto, if you're a Sarnia campus, you can go there, do your co-op. And a lot of students that are really engaged and doing well in their co-op, the employer will hire them right away and they never even come back to school because they get a job right out of that co-op. As you know, or maybe you do not know, when you do come to Canada for a 2-year course, you are eligible for a 3-year work permit afterwards. So therefore, you can stay now in Canada for 5 years. So that's very important to realize that if you pick a course for 1 year, then you can only stay in Canada for 1 year for your work study permit. But if you study for 2 years, you can study for 3 years, which gives you 5 years here in Canada. So remember that when you're looking at programs that you want to look for a 2-year program. So I hope that helped give you some good ground base here about Lambton College. We're really hoping and looking forward to your arrival, but I'm hoping that you can come here and learn a lot, check out our programs, speak to your counselors here. They have done an excellent job so far working with us, a very highly reputable agency here. So you've already made the best decision by starting here with them, and looking forward to hopefully one day you'll be able to stop me in the hallway and say, "Hey, Rob, I saw you on our live session here. I've chosen Lambton College. I'm here. I'm excited, and I guarantee that you'll have a very pleasant time here at Lambton College, no matter which campus you choose." So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rob. It's amazing, informative session. You have explained everything. And any student who wants to study at Lambton College, its website is the one-stop solution to know about the scholarship, locations, about Canada, and so many things. So, Rob, we have few questions over here from the student, and those questions I kept on private chat. I think you have access. So can you please go through that, and if you can answer those which you find reasonable?
Absolutely, for sure. So first question was, why is the visa rejection rate so high for Japanese students? So actually, we're finding that the visa rate to be actually the complete opposite. And I think that has a lot to do with how you're applying. When you apply, now when you looked at, I'll give you some examples here. When we see, when we're looking at an application, we're looking at your university degree or diploma. We're looking at your marks. Okay. So
Yes.
at Lambton College, we have a minimal of 60%. But because we're so competitive, because we fill up so high, we're taking students which much higher than the 60%. Also, when it comes to the IELTS, we have some minimals, as you can see there. If you look at our courses, we have a 6.0 minimal for some courses, and some courses we have a 6.5. We're seeing a lot more students showing up with 7.0 or higher IELTS skill test results. When you have those higher test results and you have higher grades, your rejection rate is going to be much lower. So very important to realize that at Lambton College here, because we have such high standards and we're taking more students with higher grades and IELTS scores, our rejection rate is very, very low. We have most of times our visa acceptance rate is in the 90% at Lambton College. So I think it really depends on what kind of student you are. It's going to be your rejection rate. The other important thing to realize too is that students who pay for a full year compared to just the bare minimum of what we ask will have a higher visa success rate as well. So keep that in mind when you're looking at applying for a visa. Very, very important. So the next question here, scope of mechanical engineering in Canada. Yes, so that's a very good question. We need a lot of engineers in Canada, and that's why we have really focused our programs. So just to give you an idea, when we look at our programs, we don't just decide a program because we think it may be of interest. We speak to the Canadian government, and they tell us, where they have a lack of skills in our country. And if your journey or your pathway is to become a permanent resident in Canada, which for a lot of you may be, we want to make sure that you're successful when you complete your 3-year postgraduate permit and you're working to become a permanent resident. What's going to get you that permanent residency is being able to have a good job in Canada that you're going to be able to contribute to our economy. So when you look at our engineering and science programs here, the programs that we have designed here is that to make you successful in becoming a permanent resident, because that's the programs that we need and the skill set that we need here in Canada. So very, very important. The third question is IELTS or PTE. Yes. So that's a very good question. 95, I would say, % of our applications. So just to give you an idea, we get about 50,000 applications a year here at Lambton College. Okay, we get about 400 to 450 a day. Now there's 7 of us who look at applications. When we're looking at applications, and as you can see there with your scholarships, okay, your scholarships is based on your IELTS scores as well, as it showed there. So very important to realize that if you want the scholarships, you want to apply with IELTS. Now Nepal is, so I would say out of all the countries that we look at and recruit from, 95% all show up with IELTS. Nepal is one country that we do accept the PTE for you, so that's very good. Now, just to give you an idea, at a 6.0 IELTS works out to about a 53, I think it is, PTE score. So you want to make sure that your very minimum is a 53 for the PTE requirements. So we will accept both, but we do prefer IELTS. If you do have IELTS, you will have a better chance of getting approved with us here at Lambton College. So academic entry requirements for Nepalese students. So I think I highlighted that already.
Already said that, so no need to answer that
Yeah,
question.
for sure, exactly. Is there a hospitality course available? Yes, there certainly is a hospitality course available. It is called Hospitality and Tourism. It is actually there's a couple of them that we have. So take a look at our web page there. You will, yes, exactly. You will see them under there, and they fill up very quickly. So if you're looking at September here, actually, to give you an idea, we have, as I mentioned there, the reason why we have those courses showing closed is because they're at that peak that we could close them for good, but we do leave rooms for this agency here. That's why I mentioned that earlier. So there is room there. I suspect probably here we are, the 20th of January. I suspect by the 20th of February or so, you will probably see all of our courses for September 2022 completely full because we are so popular. So make sure you get in and you see our friends here at KIEC and making sure that you get your application in right away. The nice part about working with this agency is they send me an email and say, hey, Rob, we submitted an application. This is the student's name. This is the student's ID. I can go in right away, pull out that application, review it, and by the next day, we will have an answer for you if you are accepted here at Lambton College or not.
Sham?
Just looking through here.
We have answered pretty much every questions. Here is, I can see lots of questions over here. What are the criteria for the scholarship? It's a merit based, so the student has to have a very good academic and English score. What are some benefits of a study in Sarnia instead of Toronto? I think that's a good question, and we have to answer it.
For sure, it's a very good question. So there's a lot of benefits. First one, this is our main campus, so it's a much larger campus than our Toronto and Mississauga campus. One of the big benefits I think of all is that all of your classes here are really blended at our Sarnia campus. So you're going to have domestic students along with international students, where our Mississauga and Toronto campus are mostly all international students. So that's something to keep in mind. You're going to have a real good Canadian experience there. The other advantages I mentioned too, there's affordability in housing is a benefit there. You're going to be saving money there. We do have a residence at our Sarnia campus. So if you want to stay in residence, our Mississauga and Toronto campus does not have residence. So that's a benefit. Sarnia has 100,000 people, okay, and the Mississauga and Toronto, if you want to take a guess, there's over 8 million people in that region, the Greater Toronto region. So if you don't want to be sitting in traffic, if you don't want to be around millions of people, the Sarnia campus is much more relaxed. To give you an idea, I can go anywhere in Sarnia in my car in about a 10-minute drive. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm going to work, if I'm going to school, if I'm going to get groceries, if I'm going to the park. You can get anywhere in 10 minutes. There's no traffic at all. It's a very calm pace. So if that's what you're looking for, Sarnia is the place. I always get people coming to Sarnia and going, oh, I don't know, it just seems so quiet here. I don't know if I'm going to like it. And then after a year or two at school, and they visit their friends down in Toronto and Mississauga or family members, and they're like, I never want to leave Sarnia. This is great. The the great part about the Sarnia campus is because we're a small community, we have worked with Sarnia Transit, and they have designed the bus routes around the school and classes, and that we know the neighborhoods where students live, the high populated areas that students live. So they have actually changed the transit system here in our city to accommodate the students. So, just the overall cost of living is much more affordable. So those I would have to say. Now, obviously I'm biased because I live here. But there's a reason why I live here, and there's a reason why I haven't moved away. So, excuse me.
With this question, I just would like to add one more question. Like, suppose I send one student for one campus, and later on the student decided like she wants to move on for another campus. So somewhere middle of the study of the student, can they transfer from one location to another under the Lambton umbrella?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We get that asked a lot. The unfortunate answer is no, you cannot move from one campus or program to another. And the reason for that is because our programs get completely full. There is no more room for moving from one place to another, and they fill up so fast. We only are allowed so many seats at each campus due to what the government allows us to do. And because we have become one of the most affordable colleges in Canada, we have been able to fill right up. I'm going to give you an example that just the other day, I was comparing Lambton College to another college in Ontario. Both of them were in Toronto, the exact same program, the exact same length of time, 2 years. You're going to graduate with the exact same credentials. We have a co-op at the end of ours. They did not. And just to give you an idea, we were over $15,000 cheaper than that other college. So that's why we're filling up so quickly. We're in high demand here, and we are very competitive. And that's why, unfortunately, you cannot transfer from one campus to another once you have been accepted into that program.
Sam, do you have any questions to ask?
Okay, Rob, thank you so much. It's Misham. I think we have covered all the questions. There is one question that someone is studying in Japan would like to study in Canada. Do we have any option without English proficiency test to assess those students for their English proficiency test?
Yes, absolutely. So for those who when they're applying, say for example for September here, and they don't have their English to the level that would be accepted into our program, we do have some English schoolers that we have here at our Toronto campus that you can come before you can go into your program. So what we can do is we can give you a conditional offer that you can be accepted into Lambton on the basis that you successfully complete the English language school either with us at Lambton College, or there's other English schools in the Toronto area, as well as in the Vancouver area here in Canada that we highly recommend as well. So a lot of students will come, go there for, their 2 or 3 months. And then once they graduate there, they will complete. We just have a small English test that we have for Lambton College that we will administer you. It's about a 45-minute test. And then once you pass that, you can move right into your program. Okay. So I hope that answers your question.
Yep. Thank you so much. At last, okay. There is one question that what is the benefit starting in Sarnia instead of Toronto? What are some benefits of studying? Okay, that's fine.
Rob has already answered the questions, and the last questions that I would like to ask you is that one student has asked me about the spouse case. Can a student bring his or her spouse to Canada?
Yes. Yeah,
that would be our questions to ask. Questions that we will answer to the student. We don't want to take your much time.
No, that's no problem at all, and that's a very good question. And thank you, who who wrote that question. So the correct answer is yes. Your spouse, and if you have kids, can come with you to when you come to school. We have a whole department here that helps students who come with their spouse. So they'll help you get your, if you do have kids as well, they'll help your kids get located into a school here. They'll talk to you about benefits of bringing a family members to Canada. So yes, absolutely, your spouse and your dependent children can come with you on your study permit. Very good question.
Yeah, I got another. I have to ask one last question because I find this is so important. Because these days, like visa decisions are taking a much longer time from the Canadian immigration. Sometimes it takes 4 months, 6 months, even 8 months, right? Which means like sometimes student may miss the one intake, and that has to be deferred for another intake. So at such case, suppose can we guarantee the students who missed the intake due to the visa decisions will be deferred for the next intake?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So we have 3 intakes a year. We have January intake, we have May, and we have September.
Yes.
Now, all 3 of those intakes, every program is not run at every intake. Our largest intake is September. Our January is our next largest, and then May is our smallest intake. So we cannot guarantee that we can defer you because these programs are so popular and they are so full. But if we do have room in the next intake, for some reason we do have room, we will look at moving you in there. But I can say for sure that we cannot guarantee that by any means, but we can certainly look at that time. Every case we work on a case-to-case basis, determining on what's going on. We understand that things take a long time. This is why we always make sure that we have our programs for the following year out a year in advance, so that you will be successful in this area. So we will try our best, but we can't guarantee.
Thank you. So here is one question, but I would like to answer this question. Parlat Kimal Sinha has asked us bachelor. He has got 62% in bachelor degree. He has done like a software development. So can I apply? Yes, of course you can apply for graduate certificate in computer software and database development, and we are happy to process for that. You need to do IELTS or PT, whichever you feel comfortable. Once you will have complete document, academic and English, we will process you further. But always remember that Lambton College is such a big demand, so the seats gonna fill at any point of time. So I would strongly suggest if you are looking for Lambton, if you are looking for Canada, kindly apply as soon as possible. So Rob, thank you so much for your time today. You have shared lots of important informations, and these informations are quite useful for me, my team, and all the students, as well as the parents who are watching this session live. So yeah, thank you so much. Happy New Year for 2022, and we have already started to recruit the student for September intake.
Excellent.
So,
well, thank
is there
you.
any final word that you want to say to the
Of
student
international
parents?
students choose Lambton College.
Yes, absolutely. I just want to say thank you to both of you gentlemen for having me here today. I just want to reiterate to the students how important it is that you come and speak to this agency. KIEC is a top-rated agency. You will not go wrong with dealing with them. They have all the answers for you, and I really hope that I see you someday here. It's our Sarnia campus, or when we're touring Mississauga or Toronto, that you please say hello. And I will tell you that choosing Lambton College here in Canada will be something that you'll never regret for the rest of your life. So thank you once again, gentlemen, and take care and stay safe, and hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Rob.
So, yeah, okay,
International
Rob,
students choose
I
Lambton
will
College. As a public institution, we've been supporting students since 1966. Let's take a look at what makes Lambton College the best choice for post-secondary study in Canada.